show us the edge. The chip on the shoulders, the fight and the passion that comes from within. Whoa. Try to win on every level. Yeah. Expectations high. Gotta show them you can fly. Play harder, better, smarter. Baby, put the league on notice. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah, yeah. Whoa, done seen the walk of shame enough. Wanna see the walk of winning, time to come up and bring out the outlook. Don't every play, every possession. How bad you want it, love, do you want it all? This ain't a blood of love, built for something greater. Attacking all obstacles, coming for the ring, my precious. You got the juice, the will, the heart, the fire. Show 'em the proof, show 'em that it shall be done. Show me the edge, yeah, yeah, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah.
You're listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
And then playing in an open floor. I love the fact that we had 27 fast break points. We shot the three ball well, and just collectively as a team, it was a dominant performance, wire to wire.
Of getting the three ball to go like it did tonight, season highs for Trey and for Herb, is about the Pels being in the correct mindset versus what the defense is giving.
It's always a little bit of both. You know, our goal is to try to shoot 40 threes, catch and shoot threes. But, you know, there's some games where guys are closing out hard to us, and now it's drive, touch the paint, rim decisions, and there may be another kick out from there. And we did that several times as well. But when we're open for those shots, those guys work too hard not to take them.
And the road record, definitely a big flip from last season. You have way more wins already on the road this year than last year. Could you point to a difference? What's enabling you to have this type of success in enemy territory?
Well, it's nothing that we necessarily go in and talk about. It's about focusing on our opponent, locking in on the details, which our guys are doing. Our game plan discipline tonight was extremely high, and we want to every game give ourselves a chance to win it. And it's special when you can go out on the road and win games. It lets you know you have an opportunity to be in a really good team.
Coach, general question about basketball related a little bit to Lithuania and Jonas Valanciunas about the Olympics. And Kevin Durant said that they want that to win the games in the Olympics by 40 or 50 points. And obviously the 10 US keeps being the best in the world and the NBA the best league. But do you think that this is possible in the current context of basketball with a much even basketball in the world?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's as you see around the NBA, it's more of a global international game as well. It's a ton of international players that are high level all-stars, champions, MVPs of our league. So, you know, it's going to be tough to go out and execute and win those games, but I think we're more than capable. Will it be 40 points? I'm not sure, but when that time comes, I'm sure, you know, the USA team will put together a team that can go out and compete and bring home gold.
Coach, what do you tell your team when you're up that big to keep pounding and respecting the game and just, you know, blowing up your lead?
My discussion in the huddle is win your minutes. Each individual that touches the floor, we have a standard that we want to play in. You never know when your number is going to be called. So no matter the score, we continue to play together, play hard, take quality shots. It starts with our defense, as I mentioned earlier, but, you know, extremely proud of this group. It's a great step in the right direction and good to get a win to start our road trip.
Coach, about about Trey's night. 10 threes.
Yeah.
Obviously, he caught fire. Let's talk about that night.
Trey was fantastic. When he's shooting the ball like that, we're a hard team to beat, and he knows that. It's good to see him start to make some shots because it opens up the lane for Brandon, for CJ, for Zion, for the rest of our group when he's making shots like he is tonight. And then Herb Jones, same thing. And, you know, he works diligently at his shooting and other components of his game. It's good to see him play with the confidence that he's playing with.
What would be the biggest challenge for you guys in this final phase of regular season?
The challenge for us is always looking ourselves in the mirror and going out with the mentality that we want to be dominant every game. We want to execute. We want to execute on both ends of the floor. And every game we should have an opportunity to win, period. And that's going to be the challenge going down the stretch. It's going to be, as you guys can see, some of these games are going to be exciting. There's teams fighting for positioning, and we're one of them. So each game that we play, we're going to have to have a mentality that we want to execute on both ends of the floor.
Coach,
A couple of nice dunks in the second. There, one from Brandon, one from Zion. What did you think of those plays? Was there one that you kind of liked more than the other?
I like both of them. You know, whenever those guys can get out on the break and attack, it's fun to watch. That was a fun game to be a part of. It was, like I said, dominant performance on our part. And it starts with Brandon. It starts with Zion. It starts with CJ, our three main guys. I thought they set the tone early.
Coach, is there anything different on the Jonas Valanciunas role on the floor compared to last season?
Yeah, it is. You know, you watch the league is getting faster. And so there's times where we like better matchups for JV. He'll start games, and then a lot of teams are going small. So we try to match him up with some of their bigs that are not as fast, not spacing the floor as much. And those are times that he can take advantage on, really on both ends of the floor, but definitely on the offensive end.
Coach, last one for me. You were teammates with Allen Iverson for a couple of years in Philadelphia, and he will be honored by the Sixers next month with a structure in the training complex. What's your most unforgettable moment with him, and how do you describe him? Not as a player, but as a person.
First of all, my time as a teammate of AI's was fantastic. He'll give you the shirt off his back. He was a great teammate. Loved being around him. Loved challenging him in one-on-ones that I never beat him in. But I have a ton of great moments being around him and what he did for our team, the community, and the whole league. I mean, there's a ton of guys wearing sleeves right now because he started kind of that trend, that cultural trend. And one of the hardest playing teammates I've ever had. And I learned a lot being around him. So if it's anyone deserving of a statue, it's definitely him. Okay, thank you.
All right. For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican Postgame Report. Much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in this installment of the Pelican Postgame Report. The Pelicans destroy the undermanned Raptors by 41, 139-98, led by a fantastic defensive effort. The Pelicans just circulated the ball, shot the hell out of the ball. We're going to cover it on this episode of the Pelican Postgame Report. So shout out to you guys. Appreciate you being in the building. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. Big Q, Lex in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to my brother DC, who I told y'all about. He had his first child, a beautiful baby girl. So shout out to DC. Much love and prayers to DC and his lady. So much love to y'all and appreciate y'all for being in this very happy episode of Pelican Postgame Report. Lex, welcome in. How you doing tonight? Pelicans handle the business, taking care of a team that we talked about and said they needed to destroy this team, and show their dominance, and they did that. So welcome on in.
Yo, what's up with you, Big Q?
Good.
Yeah, definitely. They did what they were supposed to do. This team is down obviously with Scotty Barnes. Even with Scotty Barnes, I feel like they still would have beat them, but you know, nonetheless they were without him, and they got the win. And they were supposed to do that. I like how they came in, um, focused and really had a game plan because sometimes it seems like they don't have one once it gets started, but from the jump they were locked in, and that's always a good sign. Um, their energy was solid. Um, I think they matched the energy because I know what is his name? Gary Trent. He came out and he was hot from the get go. I think he shot like 3 for 3 from behind the arc. So it was nice that they really stuck. Just were disciplined and stuck with it. I did want to share something. Um, and I actually listened to on League Pass. I listened to the other commentators for Toronto. But one thing that they pointed out was the Pelicans have 15 wins by 20 points or more, which is the most in the NBA.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I thought that was really something. I was like, "What?" And really it kind of comes back to all the double digit leads, you know what I'm saying? That we actually lost, you know what I'm saying? Like we could have had those wins as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like, that we have basically the most blowout wins compared to any team in the NBA. So thought that was pretty cool to, just point out. But yeah, this was a pretty solid game. I liked the balance. The scoring was balanced. I think it's safe to say that Trey is back. He is in full effect mode. One thing that I really liked, another thing was Zion's gravity was on full display tonight, and it wasn't just on the assists, but the hockey assist. Um, the ball movement was beautiful. You know, Trey was like wide open. I don't know how many times. I mean, how many times do you see that? And then the fact that, he was knocking them down. Trigger Trey is the X factor. He has been the key. Like once his shooting really came alive, that really made a huge difference for this team. And it's making a difference now. So I hope he keeps that up because there's more games that are more challenging than this one, way more challenging than this one, where we're really gonna need that. Um, yeah, and then Herbert Keyshawn Jones. I mean, he was doing his thing tonight. Really set the tone defensively, and everybody followed pursuit. So, I mean, it was solid. A solid game, a game that we were supposed to win, and we went out and we did it in emphatic fashion.
Yeah, they did. This was a fantastic game. We knew this team, like you mentioned, Scotty Barnes done for the year, and they just went in and smacked the hell out of this team. And this is what you're supposed to
Mhm.
do. Teams that's well below you. It's just
Yeah,
take. And then, of course, the Pelicans were able to refine their game, like kind of add to their game. They had several days of rest, and they didn't come out rusty.
yeah,
They came out. They had the little deficit at first, and then everything turned over. And like you mentioned, Herb Jones with his 3-point shooting turned it into a true 3-and-D for the Pelicans. How about that? Where Herb
yeah,
Jones percentage of shooting, we've seen his defense early on, but now we've seen Herb add the 3-point shot consistently. And he really sparked the Pelicans with his 3-point shooting. Then Trey got involved and said, "Man, Herb is shooting. Let me get involved. Let me show you that I'm the best one in this thing." And he lit their asses up tonight. So anyway, let's go over some team stats individual wise in this matchup. The Pelicans shot over 50% from the field tonight. They were 50.5, 53 of 105 tonight. Their 3-point shooting, 24 of 49 for 49% tonight versus 29.5 by the Raptors tonight. They couldn't buy a basket. They didn't get to the foul line. Really ridiculous foul, non-foul calling by the refs, but it didn't bother the Pelicans. They were in such a flow offensively and defensively. It didn't bother us, the fact that we only had 11 attempts from the foul line. We were 9 of 11 for almost 82%, while the Raptors got 22 foul attempts. Didn't make a difference because they didn't hit most of their stuff, 13 to 22. The Pelicans had 62 rebounds tonight, including 17 offensive boards tonight by our Pelicans. Almost 40 assists by the Pelicans tonight. Almost 40. And of course, they've dominated every which way you could possibly dominate in terms of statistics. They're 56 to 44 in the points in the paint. They did win 27 to 22 in the fast break points as well. And then as we flip it on to the individual marks, we talk about what really happened on with the Pelicans and we talk about the fact that Trey came in off the bench and just took it over. But in terms of his 34-point outage, 29 minutes, 34 points, he was plus 44 tonight from the plus minus. 11 of 17 from the field, 10 of 14 from downtown by Trey Murphy. And of course, he was 2 for 4 from the free throw line, but he finished with 34 points, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists, and 1 assist, 1 steal. But he was fantastic shooting the rock tonight. 17 from Herb Jones in 25 minutes. He was 5 of 8 from downtown, 3 assists, a couple of steals, and a couple of rebounds, but a plus 11 for him. 16 from Zion in 26 minutes of action. Finished with almost a triple-double day for Zion. Almost had a triple-double. He had 16 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. Plus 28 for him on the night as well. And of course, you've seen Ingram and they, did his thing out there handling business. Just 12 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds in 25 minutes from him. Big V got his double day, plus 21 on the plus minus, 10 points, 10 rebounds for V in 20 minutes of action. And everybody got their score on off the bench. We seen Larry, Matt Ryan, they came in, got their 6 apiece, 5 apiece from Zeller and Jose Alvarado. Everybody came in and got theirs except for Uncle Robinson Earl. He tried. He was over 2 in the match. Still in all, we seen Isaiah Brockington. We seen him get in there, got a dunk on him, and Isaiah was right. He was trying to get going there. He was doing a little clicking there, but it's all right. We know you got to get the feel. But Isaiah Brockington, they always
don't get playing time. Hey, you got to seize the moment. I don't care when you get in.
Everybody, Lex, he airballed the hell out of that one. But then again, he turned around, he got the dunk going on,
He
and
had
Isaiah
to warm up though. He had to warm up,
right.
So,
but
sitting
let's
down on
talk
that bench, man. It can make you go cold for real.
Right. And so but listen, Isaiah is a guy that the Pelicans have liked for a couple of years now. And of course, when they originally brung him in, and this is the year of last year, I think it was, when they brung Isaiah Brockington in, he was hurt. And then of course they had to kind of shelve him for a bit, but they really like Isaiah. They like his physicality. They like the fact that he's aggressive. So yeah, it was good to see him get in there. J-Hawk got in there as well. So let's talk about it, Lex. Individual stats, individuals, team stats, however you feel to attack this thing. The floor is yours.
Can you actually show? Because I was listening, but you have the standings up, so I can look at them. But I know for sure it was a balanced attack. I really like the fact that those 62 rebounds. 62 rebounds.
Yes.
That's beautiful. And you know what? I forgot Jakob Poeltl wasn't up in there either.
Yes.
But yeah, that's great. They basically got 20 more rebounds than the Raptors. And I always say rebounds lead to more possessions. Possessions means more opportunities. So the opportunities were definitely there. Turnovers, we did well. We didn't turn the ball over much. I'm pretty pleased with that. Free throw percentage. It seems like the team has been hearing you a little bit, Big Q. They've been hearing you, Big Q, as far as that charity stripe.
Oh yeah,
They've been stepping up. in that free throw department. So I'm pretty pleased with how they've been doing there. 49% from behind the arc. That's a beautiful thing. I don't know how, if we can, maintain that, but anything I think between 40 and 50% is always pretty solid. So if we can just be consistent from behind the arc, that'll be really nice because man, that opens up the paint a whole lot more. Now obviously it'll take some time for teams to, I guess, adjust to really start respecting it a little bit more. But that comes with consistency. If we're able to be consistent with that, that's definitely going to be a huge strategy. Yeah, 50% from a field goal. I mean, the ball was dropping for us, and that's always a good thing. We've had games where it's been rough for us at times, but I'm glad the ball was dropping and it wasn't strenuous for us there. So yeah, just everything was good. Really anytime you have a blowout win, there's really nothing that you can really focus on. Because everything was pretty solid. This was a good game. I think it's the type of games where we're really playing a playoff contender where it gets more challenging. But there weren't as many mistakes and things of that nature. We were just in a good rhythm. I think everybody was just in a good rhythm. The ball was moving, and then there was player movement. So you put those two things together, the ball is falling, and things are just going your way. It's basically just energy being transferred, just positive energy, and we saw that on display tonight.
Yeah, it was so many great things going on with the Pelicans tonight, man. The shooting, and you mentioned Trey Murphy getting back to his true form, and you mentioned him being the X factor. I agree. I'm gonna tell you, I'm really impressed with Herb Jones, and his defense has always been there. But Herb Jones' 3-point shot, he's shooting that ball at such a high clip. He's at 40, I think it's 41%. I'm gonna have to pull up his numbers. It's 40 or 41% that he's shooting since the start of the year. So it's not just within a certain time frame that he's just like, oh well, nah. Herb Jones is shooting the ball with so much confidence. His defense is still there, and he's turned into a true 3 and D guy for us. And he really, his offense and his defense helped this get going. Then you've seen other guys catch off his fire. So, in really, truly, our big stars like Zion and BI, they had minimal production in terms of offensive. Zion had more of an overall game, but really the impact, they were just going as a team. And I know this is the Toronto Raptors, and people can say they're cute, it's just the Raptors. Let's not overreact to it. And you guys could be right on that. But think about the Pacers blowout win too. We blew the Pacers out. That translate to this, and now we get ready to move on and start this road trip heading to Philadelphia to see what we can get going on with Philly. So
it's a good confidence builder.
Right, indeed. And like I said, this is and Lex, we talked about it. This is what we need to do. This is how we need to handle up heading into the rest of the season, man. We got like 20-something odd games remaining, and we got to put the smack down on some of these teams that a lot of people believe that are well below what the Pelicans are capable of doing. Now, we're healthy. We're just missing Dyson. I think that's the only guy we really missing right now in terms of him, not because of the injury, but all of the big guns are there. They're playing well together. The Pelicans are 12 games above 500. So this is something we haven't seen. If we've ever seen, it's been a long time since we've seen the Pelicans looking like this. And listen, it's going to be pretty good. So let's kind of head into the Philadelphia matchup. A lot more tougher opponent that we'll possibly see in this matchup. We know that Joel Embiid is not going to be in the matchup. I think Tyrese Maxey is supposed to be returning for that time frame for that particular game, because I think he was out with something. Yeah, he was diagnosed with a mild, he had a concussion, but I think he's supposed to be ready to go when the Pelicans and the Sixers take on. So let's kind of go over that, Lex. Let's talk about the Sixers upcoming Sixers matchup. A very winnable game for the Pelicans, though. If
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I believe so as well. Um, I mean, obviously they've been kind of up and down since Embiid's been out. I think, obviously they're trying to hold it down. I'm trying to think because I know at the trade deadline they made some changes. I think they picked up Buddy Hield and Kyle Lowry, and I think there's somebody else that they picked up.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the depth chart up there right quick, Lexxah.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think that's at it. Yeah, but
Because
yeah,
I haven't really. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really seen them like, you know what I'm saying, with this new squad.
yeah,
They
they've
picked
been
up
up and
Mo
down.
Bamba too.
Right.
Okay. Oh, and Cameron Payne. Yeah, because they got the Bucks got Pat Bev. Okay. Yeah, so I think Buddy Hield and Kyle Lowry probably were the biggest names there. But I don't think this team. Like I said, I haven't really watched them, but not having Joel Embiid does make a huge difference. I mean, we all know Joel Embiid was up for MVP before, he what I think he tore his meniscus or something. But I mean, it's the same thing that I always say as far as getting this win. Got to come out the right way. Energy. Got to have that energy. We either have to match or exceed their energy, and preferably the exceeding part. Again, we need to come out against this team. They're down a star, on this team, so we need to come out and show our prowess on both ends of the floor. We're a stronger, I think, defensive team. We're longer. There's a lot of mismatches in this game that we have to take advantage of. But in that same breath, we don't want to undermine this team because they are able to still win games. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they won on tonight. I forget who they were playing. But we don't want to look down upon them just because Embiid is not out there. We want to come in with the right mindset and basically do what we did on tonight, but better and more polished. Minimize even more the turnovers. Really hit the glass even more. Just get out in transition, put them on their heels. Just run. Again, the inside is vulnerable. Mo Bamba, I mean, I know he's more of a defensive running big man, but I just, man, we have a Hulk and we got JV. So, I'm not we've already won that battle, but we got to go out and do it. I know Kyle Lowry, he's usually a pest on defense. And I think Cameron Payne, he's a hustle guy, but again, we just got to outwork these guys. Buddy Hield, obviously a sharpshooter. Just make sure we're not, we're not leaving them open, leaving especially him open. But yeah, we just gotta, cover everything. I mean, I think we had this game, but we have to come in with the right mindset and with the right energy and the right focus, and we should be able to get this win.
Yeah, Lexxah. Yeah, this I still believe that the Pelicans They should be able to beat the Sixers. No disrespect to the Sixers, man, but the way the Pelicans are playing right now, man, we should be able to handle the business. And they do have some veterans, and they kind of added some people to the team with Embiid being out. They said until April sometime, so we'll see. But they haven't been playing really very well over the last 10 games. They're 5-5 over the last 10 contests. But they, I don't know if they won tonight. I think they had the Nets tonight, and they did. I think they lost to the Nets, if I'm not mistaken. But
Oh, they lost to them?
I want to say I
thought
just
they
pulled.
won.
Yeah, let me pull it up right quick. I'm gonna make sure, Lex, we can do it live right now. Hold
Okay.
on here. Yeah, because I could have swore they lost tonight. Yeah, here is this it right here? The Nets and them won 112 to 107.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, my bad. Well, they
Kelly
lost, but
Oubre put up 30 points tonight.
well, who did?
Kelly
Oh,
Oubre.
okay. Yeah, I thought she was like Kelly Olynyk, but because Kelly Olynyk plays for Toronto. But
Right.
yeah, I got Oubre.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they gonna be coming home, so I'm pretty sure they're thinking, we got to bounce back.
Lex, they have the Grizzlies in between the matchup with us on Friday, so they got the Grizzlies.
So it's a
match-
back-to-back.
No, it's not. The Pelicans play on the 8th, and the Grizzlies play them tomorrow. So they're at home with the Grizzlies tomorrow, and then Friday with the Pelicans. So, so yeah, so there we go. So I know that we'll see what that looks like. But yeah, at the end of the day, I agree. I think the Pelicans should, I ain't gonna say smash this team down because they got a lot of pieces there. They had, like you mentioned,
They do have vets.
Yeah, they do have a lot of hustle vets too.
Yeah.
Hustle vets. You got guys like Campaign, the Squirrel, and Kyle Lowry, Buddy Hill, Kelly Oubre, who put up 30 tonight. Nicholas Batum, he's liable to kind of help out. So, like I said, they do have some veterans there that's going to try to come in there and not let you step on them like Toronto did today. So I ain't expecting them to smash the Sixers, but at the same time, I do expect the Pelicans to get the W.
And they picked up Robert Covington.
Yeah, I think he's hurt, isn't he? I think he's
he
hurt.
is. Oh, okay.
Yes, I think he's hurt. I'm gonna have to look
I knew
at
they
it.
picked up quite a few people.
Right.
So
yeah, they say here it is right here, Lex. He got because they added a lot of people to this team. His knee is progressing. He's in rehab with the goal of ramping up his on-court. This was 13 days ago, though. Will be evaluated in 10 to 14 days. So, according to this, that he's listed as out. So they should have Maxey by that time they get us back because they mentioned the concussion situation, but he should be well enough when the Pelicans see him again. So it's going to be a very interesting game at the end of the day. But I agree. I think we should be able to handle the business against this team, man. As you can see, 4th ranked in the Eastern Conference. They are, and their home team, they're 19-13 at home. The Pelicans, you see in the West, are 5th. Number 5 in the West, no longer straddling the fence. The Pelicans are making a climb here. No longer, Lex.
Yeah, well, hey, and the Suns, they playing. I got the game on right now. It's on mute, but they playing Denver right now. It's 26-24 Phoenix. Excuse me, they just hit a 3, 27-26 Denver.
So there you go. So the Pelicans, we're trying to get a little space going on here. We just need
we've been needing that gap, man. Because I mean, y'all know how it is, man. Like when we're neck and neck, because right now the Suns, like they're 1-0 against us. So if our record is tied with them, they would be ahead of us. So we do play them 2 more times? Is it 2 or 3? I think we play them 2 more times.
You saying for the Suns?
Yeah.
I think it's twice. I can look it up though. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if it's 2. I think it's 2 times, huh?
Yeah, I think that's the last 11 games. We play them twice within those last 11 games.
Yeah, how fun is that, right?
Yeah, so we got to continue to keep our head down and grind and keep revving it up. You know what I'm saying? So
right. So let me throw the schedule up for the family members so they can see right here. As you can tell, the Philadelphia team next Friday, coming up on Friday, away than the matchup against the Atlanta Hawks Sunday. So we'll have a 5 o'clock game for them. And then, of course, the following week, starting March the 13th, the Pelicans come home for 3 games. 13th, 15th, and the 16th will be Cleveland, the Clippers, and Portland. Then they hit the road for 4 games, Brooklyn, Orlando, Miami, Detroit. And then they come home for those 6 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 home games. And those are going to be some really tough home games starting
Yes, they are.
Boston, Phoenix, Orlando.
And all of them are playing well. Like, well, Phoenix right now isn't because they're on a 2-game losing streak right now. But shoot, OKC, Milwaukee, and Boston, they ain't even playing. They're playing very well. So
be a good measuring stick game for them, and that'll get you tuned up, ready for the playoffs, and the several weeks behind that though. That's what kind of game you want. The Pelicans playoffs is going to start well before the playoffs actually start, Lex. I mean, these some grueling games. Right.
Yeah. I mean, to build those habits and to prepare, like because the thing is, that's one thing compared to these teams that the Pelicans lack is the experience.
Yes.
You know, so this is new. This is definitely new territory. So, I mean, we definitely have to have that mentality, like somebody said up in here, the Mamba mentality, if that's what you all are, into.
Yes.
To have that type of focus, because I mean, we're going to be going up against teams that already have the experience, and that's something that the Pelicans cannot account for.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it, man, to see what's going on there. To see, like Slim said, man, this is gonna be this schedule is gonna show us who we are as a team. You ain't lying, brother. Those are some that OKC, Boston, all that, man. That's gonna be all difficult games, man. But I'm looking forward to it, man, with a healthy Pelican staff and us doing what we got to do, man. And the way they're playing right now, if we can just make it more consistent, man, and drive it through. Ain't too many teams that can deal with the Pelicans when they plan like this, man. It's just refining it and just perfecting it and just being consistent. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Being consistent on both sides of the court. Just being consistent on both sides, man. And that's what we got to do. Key word is consistency. All right. So anyway, with that being said, man, we're going to get ready to get out on that, man. Listen, we will be back on Friday to recap the Pelicans win. I'm calling it. I'm saying it. The Pelicans going to get the dub against the Sixers on Friday. We'll recap it here, Pelican Postgame Report, and we'll open up the lines of communication for the family members to chime in on their thoughts about how their Pelicans are doing. We'll do that this Friday and everything.
We haven't done that in a while, have we?
A couple of weeks, I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks. We have maybe a month. I don't want to say. Time's kind of getting beyond me. Yeah, but it's been a minute, Lex. That's always a fun thing to do, to hear the family members kind of get brother Jay Black. I know brother Jay Black got some stuff he want to drop. Shout out to Jay Black and also
Jay Black.
brother Mose and the rest of the fam that want to get in and talk some Pels, man. We're gonna let some of the smallest
Don too.
Yeah, brother Don. Brother Don's always animated to see him get in there. All right, so shout out to y'all, man. Shout out YO. Shout out to the PPR family. I tried to do a super chat, but I can't. He said, "Okay, thank you, brother. Appreciate you that." All right, Pensacola. Okay, yeah, appreciate you, my man, for that. Much love to y'all, man. Appreciate you. But listen, we're gonna get out on that. We'll like I said, we'll be back on the Friday stream, man. We'll talk about it, more about it, and open up them lines and have a little bit more fun. So much love to you.
I did want to point this out.
Yep.
Because Jay Black did mention it. Willie Green did all right tonight. He did all right tonight. Nah, I know me, so and I don't mind. I am woman enough to give props, or give honor to whom honor is due.
Yeah, you know what, y'all.
Tonight.
This is a big thing, right? This is a very big deal here because Lex is probably the top critiquer. Let's say that of Willie Green's philosophy, basketball strategies, adjustments. She is one of the top critiquers of it. So she's giving them credit, man.
It's easy to look, you don't have much of a lot of coaching that you have to do when it's a blowout. Okay, so I mean, for what it's worth, you know, he was the head coach while they were blowing the team out. So I mean, we've seen this before, but again, you know, it's when the more challenging teams, okay, when the more challenging team comes, you know,
right? But Lex, we got
to see something.
We got to get a man a round of applause tonight, Lex. He got a
We
blow.
do.
Right, and the Pacers win as well. So I mean, that's doubly good. So hey, give Willie a round of applause.
He almost slipped
There you go. No, I'm pretty sure this might change as we get later on.
Exactly, DB. Exactly. For tonight. Shoot.
All right.
You
So
got to
that's
show consistency too. The C word.
All right, y'all. Listen, man. We appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna holler at y'all on the next Friday. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. Much love and go Pels.
Go Pels.
Show us the edge, the chip on the shoulders, the fight and the passion that comes from within. Whoa. Try to win on every level. Yeah. Expectations high. Gotta show them you can fly. Play harder, better, smarter. Baby, put the league on notice. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah, yeah. Whoa, and see the walk of shame enough. Wanna see the walk of winning, time to come up and bring out the apple. Don't every play, every possession. How bad you want it, love, you want it all. This ain't a blood of love, built for something greater. Attacking all obstacles, coming for the ring, my precious. You got the juice, the will, the heart, the fire. Show them the proof, show them the it shall be done. Show me the edge, yeah, yeah, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah.
You're listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description.